We're here again, hello, and one of these three could win the chance to drive a supercar at Silverstone. Stay with us as we look at what's for sale in the used car world and play Asking Price. And for those of you joining us for the first time, here's how we play. We'll show our studio contestants a variety of cars that are genuinely for sale. They guess the asking price, and there's a point for the closest one to it. Now, if they guess within £50 of the real asking price, they get an extra bonus point or 2 extra bonus points for a direct hit on the price. Now, with me today are a very professional team. Carl, who is from a Saab dealership, Michelle, who specialises on Toyota, and John, John, you're the sort of used car, the private phone number in the book. You deal in private used cars. So, thanks for playing, guys. Let's get straight on with the game. Well, we've found a beauty for this week. Let's join Andy for our first used car.
Now, Chris, this TVR Tuscan is an absolute beauty. Speed 6, but I'm talking about the engine now, not the gears. And the colour is known as something along the lines of alloy pearl. Never heard of it myself. Speaking of which, take a look at them 18-inch wheels. Fantastic. It's an X-Reg, this. Only a couple of years old, so there's only 2,000 miles on the clock. 360 brake horsepower, and it really is an absolute beauty. What I wouldn't give to have one of these. I'd even sell my sheepskin for this, but take a look at this aluminium handbrake and gear stick. Fantastic. And look at that for a Speedo. Have you ever seen anything as beautiful as that in your life? Now, all you've got to do is tell me what you think this is worth. There's no bargaining on this one because they're not going to drop the price. So tell me, what is the asking price?
Well, there you go. Start working on your price on your boards in front of you. Think about it. Well, a TVR Tuscan in great demand, but a very specialist car. It would need a very specialist buyer to go for it. 4 litres. It's TVR's own engine. In the old days, they used to tune Rover engines, but now they have their own 6-cylinder engine. OK, you've got the prices. Show me, put the prices in the slot and show me what you've got. Lovely. OK, so Carl, you reckon £37,500. Michelle, £33,000. And John, more pessimistic view of TVRs. You've got it down to £26,000. So let's see what that TVR Tuscan really is worth.
Beautiful. You can't put a price on a car like this. Oh yeah, that's my job, innit? 37,950 quid. I'm worth every penny. OK, so, Carl, you're very close there. Obviously, a close knowledge of TVR prices. Only 450 quid out. You get the point. Very well done indeed. OK, our second round features new cars, and that's courtesy of the manufacturers. Have a look at this. It's the new, and I say brand new, Nissan X-Trail. The X-Trail is another Japanese offering in the rather crowded off-roader market, but despite that, a fine effort. You get all the usual kit you'd expect and a lot more besides. Aircon, CD player, and a rather nifty pair of drinks coolers on the dashboard, which is obviously absolutely essential for the American market. Sat-nav and leather are options, but hasn't quite got the panache to be class-leading, and of course, it suffers alongside that good old Land Rover badge. OK, big, well-built car. What do you price it at? Come on, get your prices down on the board. Again, a newcomer to the market. Perhaps the price of that car isn't terribly well known yet, but tell me what you think Nissan would want to charge for that car. OK, everybody writing their prices up. And show me what you've got. OK, so Carl reckons that Nissan would want 14,800 for that car. Michelle reckons that 23,500 would be a good price. And John on the end, £22,500. So let's see what Nissan want for that car. Okay, £16,750 for the X-Trail. Carl, you are the closest again, 14,800, a bit under, but nevertheless, you get 1 point. Okay, so now to our classic car round, and that's a round very close to my heart as a classic car owner. Let's go over to Andy and see what he's found.
Now, this gorgeous piece is the Mercedes 380 SL. It's the right colour for me, but is it the right price? And here's the owner to tell me a little bit more. Jerry, how are you, sir?
Andy.
Tell me something about this.
Well, this is a 1981 Mercedes 380 SL. Beautiful car. It's done 80,000 miles, which is nothing to a car like this. No. It'll easily do 200,000. What I think is unique about the Mercedes is the top comes off. Right. You can have the hard top comes off, a canvas top can come on, or no top at all. And compared with the new SL, which is a wonderful car, but they don't have the chrome, which I think gives this a bit more character.
Okay, tell us a little bit about the inside, Jerry.
Well, all the inside has been restored, as you can see, and to a very high standard. I'm very pleased with that.
Beautiful steering wheel.
Beautiful, yes, yes.
Very nice. It's automatic as well.
Oh, yes, fully automatic.
Excellent. Now, there's enough clues. All you have to do now is tell us the asking price.
OK, guys, start writing what you think would be the price of that lovely classic SL. They used to call it the Panzerwagen when they built them at Stuttgart because they were so strong. Still command quite a following in the classic car market, but bear in mind, uses a lot of petrol. Not everybody can afford to run one. So, got your prices? Show me what you got. OK, Carl, what do you think that car's worth?
£10,000.
Is that's what you bid for it if it turned up on the forecourt and the guy wanted to buy a new Saab off you?
Quite possibly.
Quite possibly. Michelle, you're well down on that, 6,600. You don't think old Mercedes are worth a lot of money?
No, it's just a lump.
It's just a lump. And John, £8,750. Do you think that's a fair price for it?
I do, I think that's a fair price.
OK, well, let's see what this particular owner wants for this week's classic car.
I'll give you 10 for it.
No,
10?
It wouldn't go for less than 12.
Really?
Yeah.
12?
12, definitely 12.
OK, you win. There you go. £12,000.
Well, he wanted £12,000 for that car. I think, to be honest, he'd be quite lucky, but you're dealing with owners who have this sort of preconception of what their beautiful classic car is worth. So, Carl, you're closest again. Another point to you. So, let's see how that affects the scores. Well, John and Michelle yet to get off the mark, and Carl out in a clear lead with 3 points so far. Well done, Carl. OK, now to our quickfire round and a chance to collect some bonus points by guessing within £1,000 of this car's value. Now, once you've made a guess, you can't guess again. And as the time goes on, well, those points go down. So, have a look at this, tell me what the car is and what you think it's worth. OK, can't see much of it yet. Soon as you know what it is, press your buzzers. Press the buzzer in front of you. And John pressed the buzzer. John, what do you think the car is and what do you think it's worth?
I think it's an Hyundai Accent.
Yeah? What would you pay for it? Brand new.
I should think about £6,500.
OK, yeah, we'll give you that. Let's reveal the car. It is indeed a Hyundai Accent, and Hyundai would actually want $7,159, but close enough. Well done. Let's move on to the next car. OK, can't see much yet. Ah, somebody, John again. Well done. Tell me what you think it is and what you think it's worth.
I think it's a Volvo S70.
And what do you think it's worth?
About £22,000.
No, you're out. So it's between Carl and Michelle. Have another look at the picture. Michelle buzzed. What do you think it is?
I'll say the same car because I don't know.
And what do you think it's worth?
£19,000.
OK, let's have a look at the car. You've got the car wrong because, in fact, it's an Alfa Romeo 156 Veloce. It's the 2-litre twin spark, and that sells for £18,245. So you're very lucky there, but you've scored some points. Well done. Yes. In actual fact, 4 points. Very well done. And to keep you at home busy over the break, put these 3 cars in their correct value order, starting with the most expensive. And the 3 cars are the Fiat Seicento, the Alfa Romeo, and that lovely Audi A2.
See you after the break. Hello and welcome back. Well, did you get the order of those 3 cars right? The correct order, starting with the most expensive, was that Alfa Romeo. That was a 147 seller speed. Next, the Audi A2, the 1.4 TDI, lovely aluminium car. And finally, of course, Fiat's Seicento S. OK, so now we're going down to the auction. Over to Joe to look for our auction round.
Hello and welcome back to the auction. Each week on this programme we take a look at one particular car before it goes under the auctioneer's hammer. Now we know how much this particular car has made. You have to guess what that amount was. This week it's a little city car in good condition, a Rover 111. Nice and clean, it was first registered in 1995 and has done only 43,000 miles. There's a big demand for small city cars, and this one is particularly economical. It's in good condition and seems to have been cared for. There are no signs of rust and it really has been valeted well. It only makes sense to clean a car at least before you put it in for sale, wouldn't you think? So what do you think? How much did this Rover 111 GSI get at auction? Remember, only 43,000 on the clock, and it's got an MOT as well for the next 6 months. Chris, it's back to you in the studio.
OK, lovely little Rover 111 there. Used to be the Metro as we used to know it before they put the K-Series in. Start working on your prices. What do you think? Remember, what did the hammer go down at? Not what the owner might want for that car. What do you think it made actually at the auction? It had done 43,000 miles, 6 years old, beautifully looked after. Show me your prices. Carl, you valued that at £1,450. Why do you think it's worth that?
It's a Metro.
It's a Metro. You don't go down the Rover 111 route.
Not really,
no. Still
no.
a Metro.
No, still a Metro.
OK. Michelle, what have you put there?
1,150.
So if somebody comes in for a new Toyota, that's what you give them for it?
No, they'd get a bit more, but that's only discounting the car they're looking at because that's all it's worth.
And John, you reckon, what do you reckon? Tell us.
12.50. That's an average price of what people ask for them.
OK, well, let's see what the hammer fell at the auction on that Rover.
So I'm sure you'd love to know how much this Rover from 1995 got. Well, under the auctioneer's hammer, it raised £1,325. Yep, £1,325. Anyone close in the studio? Chris, back to you.
OK, well, that was very much the typical used car coming up at the auction, and I think, John, as anticipated, in a man who deals in such things, you got closest there. That's a mark to you. OK, off now to find out what this week's private seller wants for the car.
This is the Nissan Sunny 1.4 LX. It's 8 years old and it's got an unbelievable 140,000 miles on the clock. Let me tell you, this is the car from hell. Richard,
yes.
Why are you selling your car?
Because I want to buy something bigger and meatier, something a bit of sport behind it, which will go fast.
So you want a mean machine?
Mean machine, that's
Have you had this from you?
No, I actually got this off my brother, so it cost me nothing to get.
So it's freebie?
Freebie.
Okay, so let's have a look at some of the amazing selling points. We have the registration
stuck on by blue tack, this, I'm afraid.
Stuck on by blue tack. Can I just ask you about these strange looking footprints?
I just came home from work one day and they were there. Someone's been climbing on my car.
Okay, we have a wheel trim missing from the side of the car. Tell us about the CD player, Richard.
CD player's not bad, but it jumps at the slightest bump on the road, it'll just jump.
Okay.
So it's virtually pointless having.
So even Barry Manilow does rave.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and tell us about the alarm.
It's got an alarm, but I lost the fob 8 years ago. I don't think I actually got the fob, to be honest. Oh, and there's a chip on the windscreen as well.
A chip on the windscreen. So, as you can see, this is Honest Jim. So many selling points, he can't really fail, can he? You got the car for nothing.
Yeah, it's a great runner.
It's a great runner.
It absolutely zips like you'd never believe.
Low mileage, 140,000 miles on the clock, so you can't fail, can you?
No.
Do you think you're going to get what you're going to ask for it?
Oh, definitely. It's got character, this car.
Okay, so he's just after a bit of extra pocket money. He is a wannabe bad boy racer. He wants a mean machine. So what is the asking price for this little love?
So there you go, guys. A really scruffy old Nissan Sunny, and it sounds as though the guy just really wants to get rid of it. So what do you think it's worth? Get writing there on your board. 8 years old, 140,000 miles in a Nissan Sunny. Put your prices down and lovely, and show me what you've got. Carl, what do you value that car at?
£600.
That seems very pessimistic. I mean, you're giving this guy a hard time.
No, I know what they're worth.
And Michelle, even lower, £495. He's not going to go very fast in his replacement car for that. Is that what it's worth?
Yeah. Less.
Less than that?
Yeah, but that's what he'll be asking for.
And John, what are you valuing it at?
£150.
£150. It can't be worth as little as that.
It sounds like it's ready for the scrapyard.
Just about ready for the scrapyard. OK, let's find out what this seller wants for his car.
So, Tricky Dicky, what's your asking price? Name your price.
Right, well, it's insured for £2,000, but I'd accept 1,500. Take it or leave it.
£1,500 for this heap. What a bargain. Not.
OK, well, there you are. A rather, perhaps, unrealistic idea of what his car's worth. Carl, you're the closest with 600 quid, but do you think he'd stand any chance of getting 1,500?
No chance.
No chance at all.
No chance.
I'm sorry. OK, now to the second of our quickfire rounds. Same as before, you can only guess once, and don't forget, the points start going down as more of the car is revealed. And your time starts now. Can't see much of it yet. As soon as you know what the car is and what you think it's worth, I've got Carl has buzzed. What is it and what's it worth?
VW Passat.
And what's it worth?
We're talking new vehicle.
Yep.
Yeah. Petrol, diesel. No.
Quick. Give me a price.
17,000.
No, you're out. OK, keep. Michelle?
The same car, 18.3.
No, you're on your own, John. What is it?
I think that's
might as well wait and see.
an Audi A6.
Lovely. OK, tell me what do you think it's worth?
22,000.
Yeah. Let you go on that. Reveal the car. Yes, you're quite right. Audi A6, it's the 1.8 turbo in SE form, and Audi would want a fairly massive £21,750 for that. So, yeah, you've done well there. We'll give you the points. So, swiftly on to the next car. Let's have a look. Can't see much of it at the moment. Carl, what is it, and what is it worth?
Ford Focus.
And what's it worth?
£12,000.
Wrong. You're out. It's down to Michelle and John. What do you think the car is? Michelle has buzzed. Tell me what it is and what it's worth.
Ford Focus, 14,500.
No, you're wrong. John, it's down to you. Worth waiting. As soon as you know what it is.
It's a Toyota.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Did you buzz? John has buzzed. Now, tell me what the car is and what you think it's worth.
It's a Toyota Celica.
And what's it worth? Quick.
£19,000.
Well, I can't really give you a point on that. You're right, it's the Toyota Celica. It's the 190 Sport. Let's see the car. It's the VVT version, and so Toyota want £21,695 for that. And Michelle, you didn't recognise your own car. I mean, just how about that?
Is that the T-Sport?
Pardon?
Is that the T-Sport?
Well, yeah,
it's £23,000.
OK, let's see how that affects the final scores. And Carl and Michelle tied on 4 points each, and John out there in the lead at 6 points. Congratulations, you're our winner. So we've got tickets to the Classic Car Motor Show in Birmingham for everybody, but we also have another fantastic star prize here. £225 worth of supercar driving experience vouchers for use at any of the Octagon Motorsport circuits up and down the country. And these include Silverstone, Brands Hatch, Alton Park, Cadwell Park and Snetterton. Really a fantastic prize. So let's see if it's a lucky day for John. OK, let me remind you about this final payoff round. There's less time to guess
And the car, well, it's a little bit trickier, which is why we're allowing John to ask the advice of his other extremely well-qualified contestants. So to take home the supercar vouchers, in addition to the Motor Show, Classic Motor Show tickets, you need to guess, remind you, within £1,000 of this car's asking price. And the very best of luck.
Those cheeky Americans, they make everything bigger, except their cars most recently. They're trying to tap into the English market. This is a Chrysler Neon LX, and it really is as small as the Americans make cars. It's allegedly red. Well, that's the brownest colour of red I've ever seen, but at least it means you won't be able to see the rust patches when they start occurring. It's a 2-litre petrol 16-valve engine, but it's automatic. Registered in April 2000, W reg, and it's got only, and this is important, 8,000 miles on the clock, so it obviously has had one very careful owner. Have a look inside because it is kitted out in a serious way. Electric front windows, remote control central locking, a very nice leather interior, some horrible fake walnut dash, but we won't let that get in the way. Air conditioning, power assisted steering, traction control and cruise control. So there you go, there's all the information you need. It is automatic. Obviously changing gear would be burning up too many calories for those Americans. So this Chrysler Neon LX, what's the asking price?
So let me remind you, you've just got 15 seconds, John, to give me the correct asking price. Start writing, and you've got time to consult with the others. Write your price down on the board when you know what a Chrysler Neon LX. I want a price written down. Time's up. Write your price down now and show me what you've got. So, John, tell us what you value that car at. John.
£7,995.
Let's see what that car's worth.
Right, a very nice example of a small American car, this, fully kitted out and in fantastic nick with low mileage, so the asking price is, I'm afraid, £9,400.
Oh, well, I'm really sorry there, John. You're not quite there, and we can't give you the price for that. But never mind, because all three of you are going to the wonderful Classic Car Show at Birmingham. If you'd like to be a contestant on the show, the full address is on our website, www.menandmotors.co.uk. Thanks to Carl, Michelle and John for joining us, and to you for watching us tonight. Here are another 3 cars. If you'd like to know their correct value order, the answers are on the website. See you next week.